here at the photo booth with stuff sent into the P.O. Box by Toy Galaxy viewers. Up first, Doug from Midlothian? I think it's Midlothian, Virginia. I think that's near Rohan. Like, if you take a left at Minas Tirith, and it should be right there, but if you go too far, you hit Khazad-dûm. You've gone too far. Turn around, come on back. Anyway, he's Dougnificent on Instagram. Doug was a big collector back in the early 2000s, got away from it, but then YouTube and Instagram communities helped get him back into it, and now it's something he can share with his kids. Inside the box, he sent all kinds of stuff here, including a Power of the Jedi, it says right here on the box. Sebulba. You know, I used to have this. I had all these figures here. But I don't think I ever actually had Sebulba's pod. I definitely had Anakin's pod. And I can't remember now. I definitely had it as a Action Fleet vehicle. Can't remember if I had a full-size one. I might have had it at some point. These are really interesting. We literally... Oh, the packages are open. We literally, just the other day, shot our History of Street Sharks. That'll actually be coming out this week, later on. And prior to shooting that, prior to doing the research for that, I'll admit, I had a passing knowledge of Street Sharks. It was not a show that I had ever watched, but I am an expert on Street Sharks now. Weird thing is these existing. I don't know why these exist, I'll be honest. 2019, I mean, they're Mattel, it's Muscle. Like, I know Super 7 has been doing the Muscle stuff. And Keshi figures and stuff, Transformers and all kinds of Street Fighter, Aliens, all kinds of other brands. I don't know why. I don't know why Mattel was like, yeah, let's do some Street Shark stuff. I don't know why these exist. It's a weird thing. They're totally appropriate for this line of figures. I mean, it works for them, but I just don't know why. Like, why just this? Why not anything else? Why not comics or more toys or whatever else? I don't know. It's a weird thing that these exist. And these are, as far as I know, these are the only 6 figures here. Big Slamoo, Slash, Streaks, Jab, Dr. Piranha, and Ripster. So you have the 4 Street Sharks themselves, the main villain, and then Slash is one of the 2. It was Slash and Slobster were the sort of Bebop and Rocksteady of that show, so just a weird assortment. And then also in here we have the Mega Construx Alien Xenomorph, the sort of the ice blue version. It's crazy that it comes with a tiny little face hugger there. And then he also sent in Scareglow, which is a huge relief because I really, really wanted this one. I looked all around my shops at this wave for whatever reason popped up at the Five Below stores. So I checked a couple and I was like, you know what, I give up. They're probably all on eBay at this point. But I definitely wanted to get Scareglow. I wouldn't say that I guess I'm a collector of these. You have, a certain number of them and it makes you a collector. I definitely grabbed He-Man and Skeletor when they first came out. Whatever else was in that first wave. I can't remember what figures there were. But then I ended up with Castle Grayskull and a couple of the other figures. So I have the key characters. I don't have everybody. But I would love to see Roboto, Clawful, Webstore, Buzz Off. Those are my guys. If they would get to those, I would gladly pick those up. But Scareglow was an absolute must-have. And thank you very much, Doug, for sending all this stuff in. And welcome back to collecting. Next up is Rob from Newburgh, Indiana. He is RatTrap007, RatTrap007 on Instagram and around the web in general. He sent in a box with all of his BotBots doubles, and there are quite a few of them here. I feel bad. I can't imagine how many packages he had to buy just trying to get those last 1 or 2 that he needed. This was a really, really interesting line for Hasbro. I think it's still going on. I don't know for sure. I don't know if we've got any 2020 releases planned. But man, they did a lot of subsets and different. I don't even know what this one is. Oh, it's an apple. Hey, look at that little guy. A lot of just fun, creative, interesting ideas here. I absolutely, if I had been, 10 years old when these came out, this would have been right in my wheelhouse. Little Transformers, pocket-sized, carry them around with you all the time. This would have been like the muscle figures. Or like the cassettes from the G1 line of the day. I definitely probably have some of these already, but I'm looking at these and I'm thinking the majority of these I just don't have, and this is crazy. Look at this, a rubber ducky, French fries, drink, a little orange that turns into a triceratops. Just a fun batch of stuff that I think, I don't know, I mean, you tell me, I think Transformers fans, more so than not, recognized what it was, saw how fun it was, and said, you know what, let's give that a shot. Let's appreciate it for what it is. And but I don't know, I'm not really in on the ins and outs of the Transformers online community as far as that kind of stuff goes. I don't even know what this one is. Let's see. Not sure what that one is supposed to... Oh, it's a ball cap. That's what it is. It's a ball cap. This mouth... There we go. That mouth probably closes. I think it's a ball cap. Looks like a ball cap. Interesting. A lot of fun things there. Thank you very much to Rob for sending those in. Up next is Dwight from Harrington, Kansas. Dwight sent in the 1998 Playmates Transporting Picard. I still haven't seen the Picard show. I just tapped this to make it focus. I should be tapping the screen. Here we go. This thing is a little discolored here, and it's the batteries don't work. So I'm definitely going to have to, I'm just going to do this right now. I definitely am going to have to open this to, at the very least, replace the batteries to see if it'll actually work. Hopefully it'll still work. It's like a half, it's the transporting Picard, so it's like half translucent, and that's not going to come out of there that easily. Not really that concerned about preserving this box. It's the figure that I want. There we go. Oh. And that's how it usually is. Like, usually the plastic is, the bubble plastic is what's all yellow. The figure's usually okay. Although it definitely looks like Picard's seen better days here. And yeah, these batteries are just torched. So I'll put some new batteries in there, but he looks pretty good, and that glittery plastic looks really nice. I definitely have the regular Picard figure to match him up with. Look, he's got a little, I don't know if you can see it, he's got, can't see it, he's got a little glitter on his face as well. Maybe he's a vampire, I don't know. But that's a cool figure, definitely a translucent piece I didn't have in my collection, so thank you to Dwight for sending that in. Up next is Wayne from, I don't know if it's pronounced Succasunna, S-U-C-C-S-U-N-N-A. It's a town in New Jersey. Succasunna, New Jersey. I hope I'm getting close. Wayne was doing some spring cleaning and realized that these carded figures here didn't really have a place in his collection. He moved on to Black Series for the most part. So he started getting into these, and then Black Series hit, and he was like, oh, yeah, no, Black Series is what I want, not these. So he, as he was cleaning out his closets and his bins and whatever, figured pass these on to me and let me see what I can do with them here. I definitely have a couple of these. Well, obviously I have, I definitely have this Fett for sure. And I don't know if I ever actually got this specific prototype armor one from the mail away, but they've done some releases since then. So I definitely have two different versions of that prototype Fett. May or may not be the actual one, because I'm guessing this one was probably this mold, and I don't think the two that I have are this mold. I think they're the other mold when they changed it, because this is the one that doesn't have the removable helmet, and the arms are a little bulkier. Yeah, there was one more version of this after this, but I definitely do have the rocket firing. There was an exclusive mail-away rocket firing one as well, and that I definitely have. I have Luke Bespin. Still, I think this is still a pretty good Luke Bespin figure. It was definitely the best when it was released by far. And quite an improvement on the vintage one. It's not even in the same class, but I was pretty happy with this one for a while. This was a figure that I didn't buy it new when it came out. I ended up buying it off eBay. And I didn't pay like a huge price for it, but I definitely paid more than retail, but I was excited to get that one. This Vader is really nice too. Definitely, again, another one that was like, that's the best Vader figure that exists when it was released. Cloth goods cape and skirt and non-removable helmet as far as I can tell. But another really nice figure that has been done better since. We got Han, not my favorite Han. There are definitely better Hans than that one. And then R2 with the serving tray. I don't know if that serving tray is removable. I don't think it is because he's got the piece on the top there. And then we got Leia, Hoth. She's a pretty good Leia. She's very, very pale there. She looks like a vampire. Tiny Yoda, and then C-3PO. Not my favorite 3PO either, but a pretty good one. Not the worst. I think this one has a removable faceplate, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember. Yeah, I think some of it. Yeah, okay, so like his whole chest armor piece comes off here. I don't think this is detachable limbs style, but it definitely has some like removable armor plates. Always trying to find different ways to mix it up with 3PO instead of just packing, you know, just droid by itself. And then Yoda with the cloth goods, force effect, his cane and his lightsaber. Weird. I mean, this is, you know, it's tagged Revenge of the Sith, so he's going to have his lightsaber. But obviously you could pass that off as a Dagobah. But pretty cool assortment of figures there, so definitely thanks to Wayne for hooking me up with those. Up next is Sunny from Cincinnati, Ohio. A couple of things in here, two different things. One is found some pins at a shop that said 80s pins, and you know, which, I mean, they're 80s themed, but they are certainly not vintage. Ah, geez, these are so tiny. Teeny, teeny, tiny. We got G.I. Joe and Mask. I don't think they're vintage. Maybe they are. Either way, they look pretty good. Either way, definitely usable. And then in here, totally wasn't expecting this. This is really great. This is the Spectral Disney Toy Box line. The Toy Box line is based on the Disney Infinity Toys to Life game that is now no longer in existence. But I really like the Disney Toy Box line. And I have quite a few of them. I have in fact, I have the regular Doctor Strange as well. This one was part of a 6-pack of figures exclusive to the Disney store. Came out last year. And you know, translucent, spectral. I was like, gosh, I have to have that one. But the whole set was like $90 when it came out. And it was like Hulk, which I already have, Thor, which I already have. I think there's an exclusive Black Widow. I think she's got the different hair color maybe. There's a Hawkeye in there that you can't get anywhere else. And then Doctor Strange. And the only other one that was in there that I really, really, really would like to get is the War Machine. But I was like, I can't spend $90 just to get 2 figures. And I didn't, you know, I'm not going to take the time to like try to sell or, you know, do anything with the others. So I was like, well, you know, at some point, maybe they'll clearance it. Maybe I'll get one. So very cool that Sunny hooked me up with this one. Now all I have to do is try to get the War Machine. And, you know, even at this point, I literally just checked before I started shooting this. DisneyShop.com has that set marked down to $40. And I'm like, is it worth it? $40 just to get that one figure? I mean, technically there's 3 figures in there I still need, but I think I'm going to hold off on that and see if it shows up at like a toy show or something later on. Or maybe I can there's some sold listings on eBay for like $15. I'm like, yeah, that's what I want. I wouldn't mind paying $15 for just the one, because that's pretty much retail for all of them individually. I think they're usually like $12, $13, and then they go on sale for like 8 to 10. So I wouldn't mind grabbing that. But Sunny, thank you very much. This was definitely a piece that I was hoping to get at some point. Next up is Andrew from Cedarburg, Wisconsin. He is PAX Cybertron on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. A couple of things in here. We've got some Lego blind bag minifigures that have been opened. Obviously, these were probably doubles. So this is Series 16, I guess. I assume that's what the 16 is. So Justice League themed minifigures. And inside this looks like Joker. I'm assuming. I don't know what that is. Yeah, Joker. All right. Hang on. I'm not sure. Whoop. Losing my pieces. I'm not sure what he's supposed to be holding here. What is this supposed to be? I don't know what this is supposed to be. Anyway, Joker's one. And then in the other one, we have... is this Stargirl? I'm not... So I think this is Stargirl. Yeah, Stargirl, right? Stargirl? Let me consult Is this like taped together? There we go. Let's see. Okay, it's number 4. It's Stargirl. I still don't know what that's supposed to be. Is it supposed to be cotton candy? Maybe? Cotton candy and, I don't know, a white... Oh, it's a Joker card. All right. All right, so that's cool. Got those two. I'm going to slide this out of the way here. And then we've also got some carded Toy Biz figures. And in the note, Andrew specifically said that he would not be offended if I just put them straight in the trash. Not just because of what they are, but because of the damage that some of them have incurred just over time. Specifically, this one. This is... I don't know if she was supposed to be like a color changing thing or what. Yeah, dip the invisible. Yeah, there it is. So dip the invisible woman in warm water and her color disappears. Dip in cold water and her color will return. I'll be curious to see if actually running that in water now would balance that out, or if that whole chemical reaction is just nuked at this point. And you got the Marvel Masterworks card there. We've got Spider-Woman. Man, these figures were a big deal back in the day. There was no other, there was no really other Marvel options for stuff, and the characters were fiery, white-hot popularity. Old Miss Marvel here. This one's actually not bad. This one's almost like early Toy Biz articulation here. I mean, like Marvel Legends. It's obviously Toy Biz. I think it's interesting that they painted on her sash here. I'm just like, we could have put like a, an actual piece of vinyl or something like that in there, but like, this is just painted on. It's not that big a deal. This packaging oh god, it's just awful. I've never, even back then, I didn't care for this artwork here. No offense to whoever worked on it, but just, I don't know what's going on there. This is just not, I don't know. Not my cup of tea as far as packaging goes. But the last couple of pieces in here, we've got some Bandai Gundam Mobile Suit Micro Wars series. This is Series 3. Series 3. Is this all Series 3? Series 3. Series 3. So these are little like SD-styled Gundam figures. And they actually open up so that if you have the pilot figures, and the pilot figures only come with the like ship-style ones. So you've got the ball here, and then you have the fighter. So you've got 3 figures here, 3 figures here, and you can actually put the little pilot figures into the mobile suits. So I've got a couple of those. I definitely have the regular Gundam. I can't remember what else I have. But it's a lot. It's a really fun line. Those debuted last year, Toy Fair 2019, and they rolled out a couple of waves of those. I don't know how deep they got as far as like the suits go, but very cool there. So thank you very much to Andrew for sending all this loot in. Next up is Jason from Martinsburg, West Virginia. Jason said in his note that he's not much of a collector anymore, but he couldn't pass up the She-Hulk figure from the most recent Marvel Legends Fantastic Four themed Super Skrull wave. That said, he didn't need the Super Skrull parts. The only figures I purchased from this wave so far are the Reed Richards, obviously, and the Doctor Doom. I have been gifted some of the other pieces. I think I still need the torso from the Sue figure and the arms from Johnny. So I'll definitely going to pick up Sue. I didn't want the whole Fantastic Four because I don't love these suits, and I already had the other 4 figures that were the Walgreens exclusives. So I was like, I don't really love the 4 that much that I need to have 2 totally different sets. That said, I really do like the Sue head, that hair sculpt. I do like obviously the Reed Richards head. And then I wouldn't mind putting Super Skrull together, so I'll have to grab those. But thank you very much, Jason. Next up is Josh from Baltimore, Maryland. This box is, you can't see on screen. It's actually kind of heavy. And I wasn't really sure what was in here. And then I was like, oh, you know what? I think I know based on the shape of this box and the weight. And well, you'll see in a moment here. Inside, we've got a translucent Toys R Us exclusive Star Wars Revenge of the Sith Yoda. I know there's other figures in this set. They're like holograms. Yeah, holographic Yoda. Not sure which ones I still need. There's definitely a couple there in that set that I have not been able to acquire just yet. And that's like, you know, I could get them. I just hop on eBay or whatever. It's not something I actively pursue. It's more like if I go to a show, pick one up, if somebody sends one in, awesome. But there's definitely a few I'm still missing. We got a changeable, McDonald's changeable. This is the second wave, the dinosaur ones. Third wave, actually, because the first two waves were actual robots, and then they switched over to the dinosaur ones. I do not remember the dinosaur's name, but there it is. Kind of, you know, 80s style BotBots there. We got a little PVC Captain America, and then a bunch of swag, flair. Got a sweet Hydra pin. We've got a tiny little Christmas cat pin. I don't know if that's actually from something. Let me know. And then Spider-Man, Superman, Batman, Wolverine. Nice Avengers pin. That one's really sweet. We've got a Bosk and Sabine Wren. I think I already have the Sabine Wren. I'm not sure where these came from. Somebody definitely sent in a Sabine at some point or handed me one. I'm not sure, but I definitely have that Sabine. I didn't have the Bosk, so I don't know which others exist out there. Let me know if you know. And then I'm not sure exactly where these patches come from. I'm being neglectful. It might have actually been in it might have been in the note from Josh. Did I even say this is Josh from Baltimore, Maryland? He's Stochastic Plastic on Instagram. Definitely check him out. A lot of good toy photography there. We've got Mos Eisley with Greedo, Jabba's Palace with Boosh. Did you say Boosh or Bausch? My man Boba Fett for the Bounty Hunters. That's a really nice patch. Zeb from Rebels. Rebels is one of my favorite all-time shows. If you haven't watched it, we're not friends anymore. Please watch it. And if you've watched it already, watch it again. First Order is the TIE Pilot. We've got BB-8 for the Resistance. For Rogue One, we've got Cassian Andor. Yoda for Empire Strikes Back. Luke for 40th Anniversary Star Wars. 3PO for Droids. And Vader for the Death Star. These are really, really cool. Maybe get a sash or something. Put all these on it. Wear that around. That'd be cool, right? Inside the box, we've got a couple of resin pieces. I'm not sure what these are. I'm being neglectful again. Josh mentioned in his note specifically what they were made out of. So I think these are cast. And we've got a chainsaw. But it's a pretty good effect. A construct for a Green Lantern character. And then we've also got a amazingly, oh my god, I want to eat this thing. Delicious Boba Fett. I don't know that the chainsaw necessarily goes with him, but this is interesting because, you know, I've seen a few of these. I have a couple of these thanks to people who've sent them in. Different translucent casts of the vintage Fett figures, and some of them are non-posable. Some of them are posable, and it's interesting to see the ways the different approaches are taken to the articulation. This one actually has, like, you know, pins in it, so that the articulation has been preserved to a degree. And I could probably just pull these out if I wanted to, but I don't want to. It looks like the peg holes aren't quite deep enough to put them on a stand. I'll probably just find a smaller stand and stand them up on it with... I definitely have like a clear blue one, a glow-in-the-dark one, and then a clear red one that's non-posable. So that's a really cool piece, obviously, to add to the collection. And then we've got these, absolutely blew me away, just for the creativity and the, you know... It's just not the kind of thing you see every day. And yeah, you go to conventions, you see this kind of stuff, these sort of perler beads, these craft beads, in different sort of 8-bit, you know, style imagery and whatever. But I mean, I've never seen the mecha for different Sentai shows. So seeing these in here, this is Bio Robo from Bioman, and this is Vulcan Robo from Sun Vulcan, my favorite of the Sentai shows. Just fun decorations, bright, colorful, 8-bit fun. Those are really neat. And then in the bottom of the box here, we've got the thing that made up all the weight. got a bunch of... Producer Greg obviously is a big... I'm just wrecking my booth here, trying to get this stuff out of the way. Here we go. Movie fan, and then definitely he's got a pretty good Laserdisc collection, and that's what these are here. We've got Nosferatu and Star Trek, The Undiscovered Country, Rollerball. There's quite a few here. Point Break. So we'll pass these on to Producer Greg, see what he wants to do with it. $39.95 for Nosferatu. That's got to be the original price. That can't be the current price. Anyway, that's pretty cool stuff there. So thank you very much to Josh for sending those in, especially this translucent Boba Fett and those perler bead Sun Vulcan robe. That's really, really cool. Thanks again to Josh, Rob, Dwight, Wayne, Sonny, Andrew, Jason. Thank you for watching this and all of our videos. Stay safe out there. Remember that we're all in this together. Make good decisions for you, your family, and the people who you have never met, who you will be helping by doing the right thing. Follow me on Instagram at toygalaxy. If you're in the position to help the channel grow, please visit our Patreon at patreon.com/toygalaxy. Thanks. Later.